Hello, traders. All right, let me get everything popped out here. All right, let me know, guys, if you're out there, if you can hear me and you can see my screen. All right, thank you. Guys are on top of it. Whew, what a crazy market, huh? it's it's really hard to make money on the long side. Yes, yes, it is hard. Hoping this Tesla can, man, hold above this, get above this 3-day high here and hold it. It's having a hard time. Everything is. Well, when it turns quickly too, doesn't it? All right, welcome to the support webinar. My name's Andy. If we've never met, and if you have any questions regarding our software, be sure to drop it in the YouTube chat there, and I'll do my best to answer it. Oh, quarterly. Oh man, I forgot all about that. Trader 77. God, it seems like it comes around fast. They don't even call it quad witching anymore, do they? They just well, it makes me want to just dump everything. I mean, even the really good buys like this silver I caught. I mean, I got hit at 73 on now. My price in here is more because by the time I bought it and then pulled it up and bought it in my paper trading account, it had already bounced nicely. So, I mean, I bought the dead bottom of that thing. Looks great. I mean, one of the strongest sectors out there. You buy, and I promise you, it's still gonna make me pull my hair out trying to make money in this thing. And getting back to options, Trader 77, I can see them probably wanting to pin this right at 30. Then I'll have to sit over the weekend and wait for the rollout, the Monday morning rollout dice. All right. While we're waiting on questions, we can talk market. We can talk stocks. I notice a lot of people like talking stocks. If you have something you want me to take a look at, I'll be happy to. Uh, I've kind of been all over the place. Haven't been making a whole lot of money, but the good thing is I haven't been losing a whole lot of money. A lot of people think, you got to come in and make money every day. If you're day trading, yeah, I understand you can short and all that. But if you're a swing trader or investor, I mean, don't, you know, if your account's not going up or only bleeding a little bit compared to the market, that's a win because when it turns, as a good trader, you can do well. But boy, it's been ugly. Bought some. Let's see, what am I doing? Amazon. I scalped some of it out today. Bought some Baidu this morning. Just felt like it was overdone. Uh, you take a look at KWeb. I mean, it's getting beaten up a lot more than the Hang Seng and the FTSE. I mean, what is it? The FX. What's the anyway? I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, nice little volume bar there. Keep an eye on this. Could be some China bounces in play. Well, I did just buy some little bit of tiny bit of EDU off the 10 period moving average here. Gosh, but a lot of them just underwater. Let me see what's Neo. Dang it. Ah, jeez. I bought that on the pullback in pre-market and I got scared. You just don't know how this thing's going to open. I bought it at 41 on a pullback and barely missed my entry in Lee by 10 cents on the open this morning. Just missed it by 10 cents. I should have, I could, by the time I tried to reach up and grab it, I had to put KWeb up on a chart over here so I can keep an eye on it. See if it wants to do anything. Bought Nvidia this morning just because I kind of liked how it was bouncing off the 10 period moving average, and I was in Tesla, um, and I'm thinking if Tesla can get going, it may bring the other ones to play. But my style and that's actually looking good. That's actually looking really good. Same thing with Amazon. Uh, I pounded out of some Amazon this morning, but boy, you can't play big size. You can't play big size. That's for sure. But I believe if Tesla could just rip, we would see a nice little rally. But here's the problem: you can't, in a good bull market, you're looking at this thing and you're already in it. I'm thinking, man, this thing gets the highs, I'm loading up. You can't do that in this market till the market changes. Uh, man, you have to buy pullbacks. You have to get in these things right. Uh, Edwin, yeah, I know it's quirky. I mean, you might have you been in? I know you've been kind of communicating with uh, Chris. He is the expert on those things. He's much more so than I am. And, I don't know if maybe some little bug or something in the system, but uh, yeah, Trader 77 PLTR still looking good. All right, market. He was going to get back to me, but I've not heard from him. Okay, it's probably because he's he may have given up. Hate to say it, but there's only so much we can do on our end. Typically, I mean, we get 90. You know, I would say probably he gets 98% of them. It works. So I mean, just by going through those steps, and Edwin, it just may be something. Have you tried it on a different computer? Or I just wish there's something. I could do, but it's just not my specialty. Okay, Pepe jumping in, and that I know. Thinkorswim has been really quirky for a long time, and Pepe's probably right there. Maybe I'm wrong about the 98%. Well, I say this, like, he probably gets 98% going, but then it stops working again, and that's on their end. I mean, we can only do so much, as far as guys connecting. I mean, we connect with, I mean, all the others with no problem at all. So that tells you there's something on their end that's quirky, and that's just, there's only so much we can do. They're not going to, bow down to us and work with us. You're welcome, Edwin. I know it's a pain. All right, Qs are getting a lift. Nvidia is starting to move. And Tesla is going to highs. Boy, I'm tempted. You know what? I got a good average on this thing, so I am tempted to add. Tell you what I'll do though, I will add to my Amazon. It's not crazy volume, this is what it's Friday, it's option expiration, and there's not a lot of volume in this stuff, not a lot of conviction as far as these moves I'm seeing. Now, silver, look, Niv Top even gave up on it, Edwin. So it obviously is a quirky software, and a lot of people have issues with it. And we don't really have any issues with the other ones. They all pretty work. DOS, Sterling. Shoot, I was connected with Sterling for years. Never had one issue. My style of trading now, I really don't even need. Big level here in the Qs. To go positive. Yeah, not really. I thought there was more congestion there, but it's not really. Some of these things are just so nasty you don't even want to give them a look. Now that could be interesting if it ever gets above that 20-day, but been going sideways forever. This is my hedge I put on the other day and actually added to it today for just a hedge. Okay, market cues are at highs. Let's check the spies real quick. Spies not quite there yet. Oh, just this is a prairie dog sticking his head out of the hole. You just got to hope that if you're long, just got to hope there's not a mallet waiting for it, like it's been the last 3 weeks. Nvidia at highs. Yeah, Trader 77. I just said that earlier. It's probably gonna looks like a perfect place to pin that thing. But maybe it can have a pop and then before they so maybe it pops up to 320 or something. I can dump a little bit. All right, Tesla. You got highs. Q's running right into their 5-day. Now, if it does pull back, to this area right here or this, 10 period moving average, hey, think about adding there. Damn it. That thing just stopped me out right there. Oh, that was weak, Andy. Spotify's strong chart, but that's the kinds that's been failing lately. I think you're better off bottom fishing this market, catch some of the stuff that's been uh, this thing ever pokes through. Yeah, you talk about an oversold stock. Go ahead and put price. I put one in there already. Boy, I tell you, you got to be careful when where you buy these things. See what gold's doing here. Yeah, it's down 1%. Silver's down more. Nvidia is just going to stay pinched right between those numbers. K-Web just went to highs. Now Q's just shot right through there. Tell you what, I was thinking we might see, these option expirations, we've been beaten up so much, you could see a rally today just to get these prices where all your puts are not going to destroy these option sellers. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Or at least put a stop on it. It's IW I'm doing today. Nvidia is not even going positive yet. I guess the Qs haven't either. Excuse me, guys. I'm just setting a stop. I wish I'd have grabbed some stuff to scalp. That's what I wish I would have done. Some beat up stuff. That one doesn't look bad off its 10 period moving average. The quants have been just all over the place lately. It was just a horrible move yesterday in IO and Q. PLTR can't get going. That a boy Tesla. Next area is to see 245.40. Oh, ugly. Yeah, it'd be a perfect buy point, but if it pulls back, it's going to be that 10 period moving average, probably going to be right at this level. And if not, hey, I got some, so I'm not too worried about it. That's how you can be patient and tell yourself not to chase highs. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, you feel like I mean, when you've been in this bear market, this move feels like it's a It's a huge move, but we're still negative on the day. You got Amazon up, 0.34%, I mean, and hopefully they can get going, but it's just crazy. Tesla's a decent percentage, that's for sure. ARK is kind of leading the way though, but there's some of the ARK stocks. Probably like this one the best. But look at the volume. I mean, it's just, you get a pullback, it's just gonna bottom's gonna fall out. Tesla got decent relative volume, 1.33. It's not bad at all. Dang it. See, that's what this market. See, I noticed the pop earlier in KWeb, and so I got two loaded up right here. When it was hugging their highs, I put a stop, and sure enough, oh well. You'll see if you can pull back. I can get back in. All right, Q's putting in a little wick here. I'm gonna watch, see how bad this stuff pulls back. That's what you want to watch for. It's like when the is the stuff still being bid if the market pulls back. Yeah, Hutch, float percentage. That's the percentage of the shares outstanding that are short. Okay, so you got this in Tesla. Not a whole lot of people shorting Tesla. Of course, they update these every 2 weeks, so it could be higher than that now. But historically, yeah, obviously there's not a whole lot of shorting going on in Tesla. But that could have definitely changed the last couple of weeks. People piling in, thinking Armageddon. But that's what it is. And short growth is how much, and I'm not seeing anything here, but let me put up Neo and I'll show you a great example. Neo, it's got 11% short float, but look at the short growth. Okay. That's over the last month. So that's huge. Okay. So a lot of people were shorting these moves up in Neo. So basically it increased by 40%. Okay. So I'll let you figure it out. Well, I guess what would that be? It's probably doing around 6% that were short before last month. Okay, they're petering out here. The Qs are petering out like kind of like I expected. That's why I don't want to chase and buy anything near highs right at the 5-day moving average. Now, yeah, this is one I want to keep an eye on because the bottom has been dropping out of these things lately when this happens. and I'm not really seeing it right now. Not seeing huge pullbacks. I mean, they happen pretty quick, is what I've been saying in this market. Once the steam runs out, we'll see. I guess it could pick up, but well, we do connect to uh, Shane to E-Trade. The only problem is I'm not sure if the Mac could do it. Obviously, if you have a Windows computer, it's pretty easy. It connects. Uh, you'd probably That's probably a good question for Chris. I'm not sure if you're like if you use your Mac through AWS or what's the other one? Oh gosh, dang it, I can't think of it. I'm drawing a blank. But obviously, if you're Parallels, thank you, Pepe. Gosh, Parallel, he never misses. If you're on Parallels now, Pepe, do you know if you're using a Mac and you're on Parallels, should it be the same as connecting through Windows when you connect to these broker accounts? I would think it would. Okay, Pepe is saying he has done it. It works. Okay, Shane. So you're probably going to have to use Parallels. I don't know if you want to do that, but that's probably going to be the only way you'll be able to connect to your E-Trade account. Yeah, here comes the pullback, and the sellers. You're welcome. You're welcome, Shane. The people I've done one-on-ones, where I would screen share with a lot of people on Parallels, and I've never really seen a problem with it, and they got great support over there from what I hear. They'll really help you out and get you going if you have any issues, setting it up. Nice. Yeah, this is why you don't chase. All right. If you think we're going higher, you got to wait for those pullbacks. Now, I kind of, yeah, not really. I already had a decent position in that. So I'm okay with that. Amazon. Nvidia was a good buy and not pulling back much there in Nvidia. Well, I'd love to see that thing get through. Not pulling back out that much in the market either. Tesla not pulling back that much. Yep, I can see silver closing just like that, which would be a nice hammer off the 20, setting up for Monday. But I'm probably going to sell half. We'll see how it closes. This makes me mad. Oh well. What? Horse. What's Bitcoin doing today? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yep, Amazon, time to go back to the flat area. Big wick in Nvidia. Of course, that's I'm not expecting much there. It's just maybe a play heading into Monday. Tight wedge there could explode either way. See this FAS entry. I've kind of this and when I'm had a guy come in chat today asking about decent short setups and this is the kind of stuff I like to short. After they've had a bounce and they're having trouble with the 20 period moving average. So obviously going long FAS is basically shorting the XLF. Take a look at the big boys. See, obviously Tesla's leading the way. Shop has had a decent bounce lately, up above its 20 period. Netflix has been looking pretty good too, if it gets through that level. But once again, it's hard to trust the ones that are strong because it seems like, yeah, when you get this little bounce lately, more the ones that are beaten up get a better move. Take two still hanging out. Put another list. This one's been on my radar because the sector has been really strong. I actually bought it on this bar reversal, and I think I got stopped out on that day right there. wanting it to hold these two moving averages. And of course, it moves higher, but definitely one that's been lagging this sector. If you look at Duke, they've been pretty strong. ED, so they're yeah. This is one I think you got to keep, especially if the market. I think these things do well when the market's weak. But anyway, this is thought I had a price alert in there, but let me set it back in there. Probably did and went off this morning or something. Oops, Q's back above the 20. I mean the 5 day. Nice. Of course, we're getting to that time of day though where these things could pull back for no reason at all too. Just to they'll probably take these cues positive and then squash them. But let's see. SPY is it's still down pretty good there in SPY. Yeah, I should have. I thought about buying that Oklo back. This ARQQ is not a bad looking chart there, tagging that 10 period. Not looking at much of the races because I just don't like, buying, chasing green candles. Here's a problem. A lot of people want to load up. I see a lot of traders in a bear market like this that they load up on these moves, thinking it's going to be a big move, and that's where you just you get walloped, man. When they turn fast. There you go, silver. Well, Lamont's taking it on the chin today. Boeing was setting up for a go pause go, and it did. Gosh, that was going to be on the top of my list there. God dang it. Totally missed it this morning. Happened quick, right at the bell. Hmm. Hmm. I even forgot to put it on my list today. Ooh. Wish that 10 period was right underneath that chart. Time had a big move the other day. It's pulled back. Some pretty good setups in this stuff. It's cues on highs. To get through that thing. 70 right here. Basically, it is. All right, I had to add some of that. Tesla back at highs. Now, if I didn't have a position at Amazon, there's no way I would have bought that near highs. I have a position, and I do like the fact that it was trying to get above that 10-period moving average, but it's probably now I just killed my average price, but oh well. Wow, boy, time went fast. Time goes fast when you're getting a little up move. All right, guys. Yeah, it keep it tight. I mean, it feels like we're because things are actually moving that we're getting a little bull run here, but it's not much to this. I mean, so I mean, except for Tesla. I mean, Tesla's doing well for sure, up 4.26%. That could still pull back. I'm at the raise because that 10-period moving average is creeping higher. And it is Friday. It is quarterly option expiration, as Trader 77 pointed out. So keep it tight. But you guys have a great weekend. And man, I'll talk to you next week. Bye bye. Let me see if I can get over here. There we go.